Hey everyone, it's Luca. I'm here with the My Hero Ultra Impact news video. We are already getting our next limited unit. It's Fantasy 3.0 Ruler of the Edge Endeavor. I thought our hero gems were going to be safe until August, except for maybe some reruns. But no, the game has other plans for us. It's not satisfied unless we have a limited banner at all times. Ruler of the Edge Endeavor will be released on a step-up banner next week on July 22nd JST time, which for me is the 21st. He looks absolutely amazing. Look at him. I was hoping we would get Fantasy 3.0 Endeavor or Fantasy 3.0 Hawks from this theme to shake things up. And here we have Endeavor already, looking majestic. But going by the speed we're getting these new fantasy characters, I do believe we might be getting all 10 this time. Maybe I should be saving for Ruler of the Edge Aizawa after all. We have a lot of upcoming banners. First up is Celeb Mina's rerun on July 19th JST time, which is tomorrow for me. So soon. She is rerunning on a step-up banner. I didn't want to pull on her initial banner too much because it wasn't a step-up banner and it didn't have 200 pity either. Now it is a step-up banner with 200 pity. This is a much better banner for her. She is a very good support, especially on arena offense. Celeb is great at canceling temporary status ailments, providing barriers, and decreasing the opponent's plus ultra gauge. She also provides team cooldown reduction and the ability to penetrate. She is definitely worth summoning. But don't use her against the new Endeavor in arena because he powers up so much against units who hide. Very scary. I will be summoning since I didn't get her last time and I really want to try her out with Shinso and in different Climax battles. Next up is Ruler of the Edge Endeavor. He is also on a step-up banner, so there will be some overlap between Celeb Mina's step-up banner and this one. He does not come with a new UR memory and is instead running with the old memories that were released with Ruler of the Edge Deku and Ruler of the Edge Shoto. Neither of these are good memories for him. He most likely works best with memories that boost power or skill impact. If you want to use him in arena, speed is also a good choice. He won't need crit because he has so much of it in his kit, which we'll look at later in this video. Endeavor is an insanely strong DPS who will probably be useful in arena, club festival, and also against himself in the New Year's Endeavor Climax Battle rerun. We are also getting this wallpaper of Fantasy World Map wallpaper for 30 recruit points. I'm kind of tempted. I want more wallpapers for my base. Speaking of the New Year's Endeavor Climax Battle, that is starting at the same time as the Endeavor Step-Up banner. I have a guide up about this Climax Battle. From his first release, it is a 12-turn, very reliable clear. Feel free to check it out. This is one of the hardest Climax battles because it has very specific requirements. But if you have Steampunk Deku, it's a lot more doable. The unit that released with this Climax battle was New Year's Jiro. So if you have her, that definitely also makes this fight a little easier. I'll be sharing some new clears, so stay tuned for his rerun. July 22nd is when his rerun is back. Last is the Summer Revival banner I've been waiting for, featuring Summer Ochako and Summer Nejire, along with SR Jiro. Unfortunately, this is not a 1.5x Impact Fest banner. It simply has the same rates as any other gem pool banner. I am devastated. I finally convinced myself that I would be pulling for Summer Nejire this time, but this is a terrible banner. Don't summon here. Use your free daily. This banner has great units and very good memories too, but it is the same rates as gem pool banners. Actually, it's even worse than gem pool banners because it has 2 featured characters and 2 featured memories. So the chances of you getting the character or memory you want is very, very low. But Summer Nejire, she is a great unit with AoE skills, team evasion, defense buffs, status nullification, cancel status ailments, and HP regeneration. Summer Ochako is a pretty good unit herself too. Good support for status nullification, defense, and healing, but her long cooldowns do make her a little harder to use unless you have a cooldown memory with -2 cooldowns like with these feelings or snatch 10 million points. She can still be useful in some Climax battles. Splash is a great cooldown memory, but if you have Lively Festival, it's not a must-have. Dulce Summertime is a great speed memory with status nullification and team evasion. It's a great memory for Arena. I might be skipping again and only using my free daily, but I still don't have Summer Nedre. You might be thinking to yourself, but Luca, didn't you just do 200 summons on a gem pool banner? That's different. That was for Shinso. I'm so conflicted. I don't want to have to go to 200 pity and only get one Nejire out of this whole thing. Should I maybe wait for at least a 1.5 rate Summer Nejire banner? That might be better. We'll have to see. Let's take a look at Ruler of the Edge Endeavor's Plus Ultra now. As always, many thanks to Hydro's Impact for all the datamines. That is insane. King Endeavor is here. He is making a statement. What about Ruler of the Edge Endeavor's kit? Like all New Year 4 units, he has enhancement in his kit. Let's scroll down and take a look at his enhancement requirements. Now, his enhancement requirements are basically nothing. After 3 turns pass from the start of battle, after character attacks an opponent 1 time with a Plus Ultra move. Everyone should be Plus Ultraing by turn 3, so by turn 4, he will be enhanced and have these enhancement bonuses. The game has definitely been improving on enhancement since our first enhancement units, Deku and Shoto, but they might have gone a little too far in the other direction. Endeavor is an insane DPS unit. First off, his Plus Ultra Prominence Arrow deals AoE damage, 500% AoE damage. This Plus Ultra reduces his cooldown by 2 and restores his HP. He has 5/5 cooldowns, but because of his Plus Ultra, it will become 3/3. He's basically self-sufficient with his cooldowns. He doesn't need a cooldown support character or a cooldown memory either. His Plus Ultra has Piercing Shot and increased critical hit rate if there are any opponents who are hiding. Once enhanced, this Plus Ultra gives him the ability to make a last stand for 2 turns. Not just 2 last stands, but 2 entire turns. Pretty crazy. He just won't have last stand for the first 3 turns, and then on future Plus Ultra turns. His 2 action skills, Flash, Fire, Fist, Hell Spider, and Prominence Burn, are both AoE skills. Crazy. This one debuffs all opponents' defense by 20%. Once enhanced, both skills have increased critical hit rate by 50%. They have another 50% crit and Piercing Shot if there are any opponents who are hiding. The first skill also cancels all temporary status ailment null effects and blocks the buffs of all opponents that are hiding for 3 turns. 3-turn buff block is pretty crazy. The second action skill cancels all temporary last stand effects of any opponents who are hiding. You do not want to fight Endeavor with characters who are hiding. Let's take a look at his auto skills now. Endeavor has Permanent Bullseye and Search for the Enemy. That means if there are any enemies who evade, Endeavor doesn't care. He can land a bullseye. If there are any enemies who are hiding, Endeavor will hit them anyway and deal a lot of damage. Endeavor has the ability to evade after he attacks opponents who are hiding. He also increases team speed for 2 turns after he attacks opponents who are hiding. It doesn't stop there. His next auto skill, Flame Resistance, gives him immunity to freezing, frostbite, and frost. He is very good against Getten. He increases the speed of all pro heroes by 50% for 1 turn up to 1 time. This can allow pro hero teams to go first in arena, and also go first against us when we fight him in Club Festival. I do not want to face him as an opponent. After attacking an opponent who is hiding, he increases his own critical hit rate, critical skill impact, and Plus Ultra Gauge. Once enhanced, he gains extra crit rate and crit impact. All in all, Endeavor is a really good DPS unit, especially against foes who hide, but even against other opponents, his kit is still amazing. 3 AoE attacks, tons of crit, basically 3/3 cooldowns, 2 turn last dance, tons of speed, immunity to freeze, frostbite, and frost, permanent bullseye, permanent search for the enemy. He will most likely be very good in Arena and Club Festival. You can use him in the Endeavor Climax battle against himself too. I will be including a simplified graphic of his kit in my summoning video for him, summarizing what he does. Look forward to it. We don't even know who we'll be getting in August yet for our new summer unit. We should still be getting a summer unit. And they're already hitting us with limited Endeavor. At this rate, we might be getting Ruler of the Edge Hawks next month too, like at the end of the month maybe. Which Ruler of the Edge character do you want to see next? Which banner will you be summoning on? Let me know in the comments. In the meantime, check out my Shinso summons. I went all in for him. Like, comment, subscribe, it helps the channel out so much. See you in the next video. Luca out.